Hi, my name is Amber Scruggs, and this is my capstone presentation from CAF to COM. Going into my capstone, I wanted to do something that I was passionate about, and my job at Cruz Farm is something that's super important to me, and it has helped me grow tremendously as a person. My first idea was to try to sell ice cream on CAK's campus, but I soon found out that CAK campus is a nonprofit school, so I could not sell ice cream for an organization that Cruz supports. So my next idea, thankfully, my boss came to me and asked me to volunteer on the farm. Ms. Colleen encouraged me to do something that my volunteer work would help me grow as a person, and she pushed me to do something different while pursuing my future interest in majoring veterinary medicine or elementary education. I did not anticipate the amount of knowledge that I was going to gain from hands-on experience on the farm with feeding and caring for 13 baby calves and bottling milk with Mr. Cruz in the mornings. I did not expect that learning how dairy products go from the Cruz farm to their stores would be something I could use to teach fifth grade elementary students about. Going into my capstone, I was super nervous because I've had no farm experience before this. I've never really even been on a farm, so I was worried I wouldn't be able to grasp just the basic knowledge and task of working on a farm every day. My first time working on the farm, I had to be there at 7 a.m. Farm work is not easy, but I did enjoy doing some hard work. Me and Mr. Cruz went to bottle milk that morning. I had the job of labeling the milk jugs and dating them for them then to be filled with raw milk and sold. He taught me about selling shares of Jersey cows and about what raw milk really is, because I didn't know what it was before. My favorite thing I did on the farm was the hands-on work with the cows themselves. I loved feeding 13 baby cows and laying down hay for them. It was fun but dirty work. Cruz's motto is work hard, love harder. I really understand the meaning of this now that I have had experience on the farm, and I saw the work putting into making the ice cream that I sell every day in the stores. My second part of my capstone involved my pursuit of elementary education. I had the opportunity to help my mentor, Miss Colleen, teach through dairy farm education to 100 fifth graders at Dogwood Elementary School. It was so fun getting to see how excited the kids got over learning new things. It was also a new learning experience because fifth graders need a lot of interaction, and keeping them quiet and attentive was a little bit difficult at times. We had asked them questions about what kind of things a dairy farm produces, and we would help them solve dairy farm related word problems. We would ask them questions, and sometimes I would go up on the board and help them solve the problems. I got to experience firsthand what it would be like to be a teacher. I even had the opportunity to love on a little Puerto Rican girl who only spoke Spanish. I overheard the teachers talking about this little girl. She just moved from Puerto Rico because the hurricane had damaged her family's house and her school. So they just moved to the United States, and she's currently at Dogwood Elementary School. And they were saying how they couldn't even speak to her, and this whole time I looked in the back and I saw her and her head was down, and she had not even lifted up her head, and all the teachers were saying how none of them knew Spanish and no one could talk to her. And I was like, well, I know a little bit of Spanish. I'm only in Spanish 4, but I could probably say something. And so they're like, if that'd be great if you could just go ask her name. And so I went over and got to talk to her for a little bit and ask her name, just some simple Spanish conversation that I could use. And for the first time, her head finally lifted up, and she finally told me her name and talked to me a little bit. And here's like a little... It's not supposed to make that noise. But here's like a little sample of like the video that we showed the kids, and we were showing them that these are the kind of cows that we have. These are the Jersey cows. And they, of course, loved it. And that was my mentor, Miss Conley, that you just saw walk by. So I actually did change my capstone 3 times before I finally found something. And the second time, I decided to volunteer at a local vet clinic near my house. And I did enjoy doing work there for them, but I just didn't feel that it was helping me grow as an individual, and that was what I really wanted my capstone to do for me. I wanted more out of my capstone project than what the vet clinic could offer me. I've gained a huge appreciation for supporting local businesses. It is so much better to have a personal connection with the people you're selling products to and buying products from, because it creates a community. I've seen the work behind Cruise products, and I've learned it is so important to have a personal connection with local consumers so that you want to work harder in serving them the best products that you can. My capstone has given me confidence to pursue my dream in either majoring in animal science or elementary education. Following his dream, Mr. Cruz was discouraged by his parents until he was 35 years old to see his name on milk products. He taught me that to follow my education desires, it might mean listening to what my heart tells me that I'm passionate about over what other people tell me. My capstone has had a huge impact on my future studies. Because I felt a connection with teaching younger children, I know that I would love pursuing elementary education. It was incredible when my paths crossed with the little Puerto Rican girl. I knew at that time that I have a special place in my heart for teaching a language. And it might be my calling to teach a language. I intend to pursue a minor in Spanish in college. As for my major, I could follow my passion for loving people and children and following elementary education, or I could follow my passion in loving and caring for animals. And here's my source. And that's all.